Yo, what up tubers? It's your boy Scotty Z coming at you with another EVT video. Today's video we're going to be working on this 2012 Pierce Aero XT. It's this unit right here. Was currently frontline engine 11. They're going to get a newer unit, so this one's going in a reserve status. Had a laundry list of stuff that was wrong with it. What I have just recently replaced is the radiator, industrial radiator. Recorded for us. They're in Dallas. Quote from Simmons Martin was that it was going to be $10,000 because they don't make the radiator anymore. So you would get like a different radiator with new brackets to mount it, new hoses, new cooler lines. So luckily industrial radiator was able to record this one. Still was like almost $7,000, but you know, at least there's a lot of labor that was saved. Anyways, so typically on this Cummins engine, this is L9, you get this injector harness that will leak. You can kind of see like residual oil already on it. I did pressure wash this unit, so you got a harness there, a harness here, and then a harness right there. So that's what we're going to be covering in today's video. So without further ado, let's get into it. Okay, this is going to be a very straightforward video, pretty easy, but this is going to be for the people who've never done it before and may kind of think it's a little intimidating, but trust me, after you've done it, after you watch this video, you'll be a lot more confident. There's really nothing to it but to do it. Alright, so this is the part number for this 4934545 Cummins. So what we're gonna do, 4934545. Alright, so what we're gonna do in this process is open our box, and we're gonna get our favorite silicone. We're gonna fill this cavity full of silicone that will help prevent oil. See, oil will get in here, get soaked in there, and then eventually comes out through the pins and or through the seals, and then you get a leak. So by putting silicone in here, we're gonna reduce that drastically. Okay, so grab your favorite cheese whiz in a can. This is a Permatex Ultra Gray. This is what I had on my toolbox. It's just an RTV gasket maker. I try to kind of get these centered. It doesn't really matter. And then just spooge it all in there. Try to get it even on all the sides. And then we'll let that sit overnight and do that to 3 more of these, or 2 more of these. Okay, so while we wait for those guys to dry, just got them sitting over here, you know, so they'd be undisturbed for the night. We're gonna tuck them in. Anyways, so for the time being, we will start taking some of this crap apart. I have to pull the valve cover off. Might as well replace and pull off the crankcase filter. Gonna need to, I mean, we could remove the compressor and kind of fold it out of the way. What I'll probably do is evac the system and then just pull these lines out of the way. I don't know. What do you think? Leave a comment below. I'm gonna go ahead and just evac the system. Okay, our AC machines just finally stopped evacuating. Someone wrote it on here, 3 pounds, 4 ounces. I don't think it was me, it was probably a Janky. Janky probably wrote it on there. But, AKA, Jason Bourne, AKA Jason Bourne. So it looks like we sucked out 2 pounds, 3 ounces, so it's lost a pound. We're at 30 inches of vacuum. We'll let that sit overnight and see how much vacuum we lose. Okay, so we did lose vacuum overnight, obviously. We were at 30 inches and now we're at like 5. So maybe I'll do a separate video on that if you guys want some AC stuff. We'll try to figure out where the leak's at. Alright, just gotta kind of fandangle this thing, turn it around, get it out of there, put it out of your way. Alright, so now we got that off. Pull this little clip guy off. We'll lock back. There we go. Pull this guy off. Push him out of the way a little bit there. Pull this plate off, which you don't actually need to do that. So we'll start pulling the bolts on the cover. When you're pulling these bolts out, it's got this little rubber grommet on there. It's honestly better to order some new ones. I'm just gonna reuse these, but just keep that in mind. Sometimes they get stuck in the hole like that. When you pull your cover, you don't want to lose any. I got one that's stuck off in there, but it's behind that plate, so you could pull this plate off, a bit easier access to the bolt head, but we'll just see if we can get it out of there without losing one. Okay, I had to get a shorter extension for this front bolt here to get underneath the bracket. Got this guy right here. Pull out the rest of our grommets. There was 3 of them. Kind of wanted to hang back. 1, 2, and there we go. Seatbelt grommets. Probably while we have this thing off, we'll go ahead and change the crankcase filter. Might have one laying around. And we'll obviously change this, the valve covers, gasket. Okay, so this is what we're looking at here. We're gonna need to take these Jake brakes off. So I've always pulled these off just as is. Just pull the mounting bolts off, set them aside, put them right back on the way they came off, and I haven't had any problems. So if someone has the correct method, or if that's an acceptable method, then let me know. So let's pull these Jakes out of the way. Keep in mind where they're going to, and then we'll go from there. Go set it in a safe spot. Line over here, right and left. Okay, I always take a picture of how these are, because your wires are going to go different spots. I think this is the same, this one's the same, and this one may be a liar, I guess. I've taken these apart before, and the wires aren't always going to the same spot. Looks like you got orange and yellow, brown and red, brown and red, orange and yellow, orange and yellow. So yeah. Every time I pull these apart, these are like in different areas, so the wires. So maybe it doesn't matter. Maybe someone that watches the video and tell me. Someone's been in here before. See that clip is missing right there. So is that one. I'm pretty sure I haven't done these. Go back and look. I have photos of how these are set up on another unit, so I'm gonna go do some digging real quick. Okay, well, I know we haven't replaced these in the past because they're painted red, so an outside labor company could have done it if they were in here doing some engine work. But look, I went back to this is like October of last year, so this would be the right set over here, and it's red, brown, then yellow, orange, so that's right. And then the middle one is brown, red, and then yellow, orange. It must not really matter as long as it's getting a positive, negative signal, right? I'm guessing. No. And then the first one, orange and yellow, and that one's yellow and orange, and then red and brown. That one was red and brown. So I'm guessing it doesn't really matter as long as it's a positive, negative signal. So, but we're gonna go back on the way it came off. So there was nothing wrong with this engine in the way it was running before, so just put it all back together the same way. Okay, so just gonna go ahead and snap pictures again. Okay, back to a cool metal sound. Okay, we got a good clean rag here. Go ahead and clean this hole out. Get nice and shiny in there. Can you see? Oh yeah.
What a hole!
It's nice and clean and shiny. All right. We'll go over here. Well, we've had those harnesses drying all night. These are good and dried up. So take our new one, shove it in there. There's a torque spec for them, I'm sure, but you know, just use your internal torque wrench. Doesn't have to be super tight. Just checking for a snug. I'll try to look up the torque spec for these, and then I'll post it up on the screen. Okay, Google AI says it's 11 inch-pounds for those wires. Don't take my word for it though, do your own research. Go look that stuff up yourself. Scotty Z told me it was okay. No, I didn't. Go check your own. Alright, so basically rinse and repeat with these last two. I'm just gonna show this one because of the tolerance. The clearance is so tight between the EGR valve here, but I believe I have been able to get it out, so let's see how that goes. Okay, just like before, we'll clean the hole out, and we are going to get some contact cleaner, some electrical, safer plastics, and we'll take the Deutsch cap off the lock, and we'll clean that out with some cleaner connectors. We'll do that a little later on in the video. Okay, we'll go ahead and put these clips on here on the wires. There's a, I guess it's a part number. It just came in a generic bag, 3963736 CUM. Huh. Huh.
Yes! That's awesome!
Come on. Make it weird.
It's just a Cummins abbreviation. So, oh my god. Oh my god. Open the bag, and there's like, it's like a hidden chamber. inside of the bag. Drop all these clips inside. Fold it around. Stick it in. Leave it in. Remember, safety first. Don't want to spray this stuff in your eye. It doesn't feel good. I've done it before.
You are one pathetic loser.
Is that the guy? Yeah, I guess that's the guy. Pull this guy out. Oh yeah. So meaty. Take our non-flash electro contact cleaner. The good stuff. We'll spray this guy over here. Set him aside. It's cold. Ooh. Stop looking at me. Look at the work. Okay, that's call it good enough. Put this guy back in here. Like that. And plug it in after we put the bolt back in there. We're just gonna kind of clean up the flange here. Get ready for our valve cover to go back on. We're gonna have to install the jakes back on. So I was gonna replace the crankcase filter, and it's pretty common that the inserts on the plastic strip out, so that is what happened. And I'm gonna have to replace that whole crankcase filter assembly. So I'm gonna go get the jakes and we'll start installing those. Okay, so what I found from the jake brake installation manual is that you're going to basically run these down hand tight, and it should be 23 foot-pounds. So we're going to start in the middle and work our way outwards. Adjusting these evenly. There. Give it one more pass. It's good. we got our wires plugged back in. We're good there. And we'll put the new valve cover gasket on the valve cover. Put our valve cover back on. Valve cover gasket number, I think I already showed it anyways, 3959798. Alright, we'll go ahead and give this one more good like wipe down before we install the valve cover. Here we go. Alright, then we'll install the bolts. Okay, I'll try to post the torque specs for the valve cover. It's a valve cover. It doesn't, take a whole lot. Probably normally wouldn't even look at the torque specs of the valve cover. But I'll try to post it up here, or I'll go look it up. But again, working from the center outwards. I don't know where my guy is. Let's see if this guy will fit in here. No, it's not gonna fit in there. I'll go look at the torque spec for y'all. Okay, so I looked it up and it says 9 foot-pounds. And like I said, you need to order the bolt seals that go through the cover, or else you're going to be at risk of them leaking. Okay, so we'll go ahead and put the rest of the scrap back together. Like I said, I had to order another crankcase filter housing, but in the meantime we should be able to put a cross pipe back on for the EGR valve, and maybe mount the pressure sensor. Yeah. Okay, for now I'm just gonna kind of go ahead and lay this crankcase filter up here just to make sure that we got everything out of the way. It's gonna go on just like that. So yeah, we can go ahead and mount our crossover tube and our sensor back up over here. Let's start by cleaning the flange here, cleaning this gasket off here. I'll get a razor blade. And just keep in mind that there is a shorter bolt that goes through the EGR valve on the bottom hole. It has a little wall that stands behind it. This side is open, this side has a little indentation, so it's going to be a shorter bolt. gonna pretty much do it for today's video. I'm not gonna bore you with any more of that. I mean, the rest of it's pretty straightforward. It's self-explanatory. Just reconnect all your connections for your crankcase filter. Reconnect all your sensors, and that goes there. Reconnect for your harnesses and your wires. Reconnect your AC, do your AC vac and recharge. So if you made it to the end of the video, I appreciate it. A little sneak peek of what may be coming down. Guess who's back? And it ain't the candy guy. It's engine 10. Yeah, if you in the last video I showed you guys the engine fan problem, and it is in that harness. It is in the 1939. I know that for 100%. But I think our connector, we had some connector issues, and I can show you guys later in the next video what I think the problem was. Those weather packs were deteriorated, so I ordered a whole new connector, a whole new weather packs. I'm going to try to pre-pin the whole connector, and I'll try to do a video on that. I also ordered a whole new harness, but that's like a 5-month lead time, so I'm going to try to do the connector first and see if that fixes the problem. Alright y'all, that's going to do it for today's video. I appreciate you guys checking it out, clicking on the video. Hopefully you learned something. I learned a little bit too. And like I said, it's pretty straightforward. Once you get off into it, it's not really that hard. So, but yeah, until the next time, so just follow the rules, leave the pack. Later. Just wanted to show you guys this little side quest here, man. This kind of happens to me all the time, dude. Like, it's freaking I just laid it down, and it's like freaking stuck in here now. Kind of all the time. Happens to me all the, oh man, all the time.